you think?
That's okay.
Let's try it.
Can I use the mic at least?
Yeah.
You can.
I try to speak really loud, which is not good for me.
That's all right. That's okay. I'm recovering from a night of karaoke fun last night. Apparently, the after party at AJ's was an after party, and it was quite fun. So I'll do my best right here. I want to start off with, I guess, the question that you hear many times, David. How did you get started in the acting business? How did you get started into the love of acting, I guess, as they say?
For me, when I was in the second grade, I played Dopey in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I was left on stage by myself and singing "Hi ho, it's off to work to go" by myself,
Right.
and everybody in the audience was laughing. And I just remember in that moment, oh, and then they did the thing where they put the cane out on the stage and they dragged me on stage. And so everybody was laughing. And I just remember in that moment thinking, wow, this is, I really enjoy this. And so that kind of started or solidified my acting chops from that moment. And then ever since then I always did school plays, and I was a gymnast as well, but I used to skip gymnastics practice without my parents knowing. And I would get on the bus and I would go downtown and audition for like plays downtown, and I actually got a couple roles and all that kind of stuff. So I just always wanted to be an actor.
Okay. Now, before your I guess your big break with the Rangers, what had you been doing? Had you been doing anything that was TV established or anything like that?
No, I have a really lucky story about moving to Los Angeles. I graduated from college and I moved to LA to be an actor, and I was really only in Los Angeles for about 3 months, and I landed Power Rangers. So it's not really a common experience for most actors, but I got very lucky.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Now, you mentioned something about gymnastics, and I don't know how many people know about this, but you were an accomplished gymnast?
So to speak. I was a competitive gymnast, and so yeah, I did travel around the country and compete, and I was pretty good. For the most part, I was ranked in the state of Montana, or competed for the state of Montana, so I was, at my level, I was like #2 in the state.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not saying anything. Not even a million people live in the state of Montana. So.
Well, you know, my dad always said to be #2 at something, it's something good.
Yeah,
so
it's not a problem.
There you go. So now let's go ahead and hit on the Rangers then. How did it get started? How did you find out about it? Give us a story right there.
So in Los Angeles, there's something that most actors look at, something called Backstage West, and it's a listing of a lot of the auditions that are going on in the city. And so you just look in there and you submit yourself for things that you think you would be right for. I originally submitted myself for Jason, the Red Ranger,
Okay.
and I was called in 3 times for that role. But around the 3rd audition, I realized that I probably wouldn't get that role. So I asked the casting directors and producers if I could read for Billy, and they allowed me to. And then from that point, I had 5 more auditions for Billy. So it was a long month-and-a-half process of trying to audition for the show, and eventually I landed the role.
Yes. Was there ever a point, I guess, looking at it in hindsight now, a lot of the actors that were in the Rangers were unknown actors. Was there any established actors that you saw that were trying to get into the show?
No, because the show was a non-union show.
Okay.
So basically, the only people I could really audition for were unknowns.
Okay.
So when we went to film the movie in Australia, I mean, there was a lot of talk of having Tina Turner come in and some like really big names be in different roles in the movie, but it never really panned out.
Right. Okay. Now, in terms of the Rangers, obviously we all know the characters and all that, but give us a little, I guess, a typical day of filming for the show, because obviously it was one of those unique shows that incorporated stock footage from the Japanese programs. So, and then of course they filmed your guys' scenes as well. Give us a typical day of filming.
Well, the stock footage was actually only used for the 1st season,
Okay.
and then after that we shot everything in the United States.
Okay.
So, but you know, a typical day of filming, we shoot 4 episodes at a time. So it's what we call a cluster. And so everything that would be shot in the command center for those 4 episodes, we would shoot, and then we would just keep moving to sets. So then we would go to our Juice Bar set and everything for the 4 episodes that took place there, we would shoot. And then we have swing sets like Billy's Garage or Billy's Lab or